Yo, what's good, everybody? You ever see a movie that made you say, what the fuck did I just watch? Well, today we're going to be doing a review on a movie that does exactly that. Infinity Pool. But, it wasn't a bad what the fuck. It was a good what the fuck.
Was it?
Because I enjoyed it.
Like half and half. Well, yeah,
Half and half?
I definitely enjoyed the movie, but yeah, the situation for them was just like, messed up.
Yeah, well, they were stupid.
Well, yeah.
Everything that they did was what you don't do if you go on a vacation, especially to a foreign country.
Oh,
what was the name of that place where they were at?
Latoka?
Latoqua or something like
Yeah.
that. It's a fictitious country where they were, but that country is really weird.
Yeah, they made it seem super poor, but had the means to do other things.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. This country was on some different shit. Honestly, like the minute I would have got there and I would have saw those masks that I guess that was a band or whatever that they were wearing. If I would have saw those masks, I'd have said, okay, something ain't right here. Because those masks look fucked up.
I thought the masks were like masks of people that, they had died or something.
Those masks kind of, when you look at them, it messed with certain types of phobias. Like the first mask, it had all those little different holes on it. That's a phobia. I think it's called like trichophobia or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But people that don't like things, they have like a lot of holes on it, especially like on your hand, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those masks, I think, kind of represents that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the minute I would have saw that would have been a big no-no for me. I would have got my passport and I'd have got the fuck out that country right there. Yeah. The movie follows James, who's played by Alexander Skarsgård, and M, his wife. Mm-hmm. And they've taken this vacation. I think that James is a writer.
Yeah, he's a writer.
Mm-hmm. And he broke. He only wrote like one book or some shit like that, and he married him and got married into money. Mm-hmm. They're taking this vacation, I guess, because their relationship was kind of, I guess.
I thought it was honestly to just help him with writer's block.
Oh, could be
maybe write another book.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, and then while they're there, they meet these two people. What's the guy's name? Albin and Gabby.
And Gabby.
Yeah, and Gabby, she acts as though that James is one of her favorite authors. It says that she loved his book. Yeah, because
she says she's an actress, and what kind of actress is she?
She was a weird actress. I forgot all about that part. The part where I think she says she fails at everything.
Yeah, she acts as though everything is done horribly wrong.
Yeah. I was looking at this, I'm like, this was probably the most awkward dinner. And they had to sit there and watch her do this and act like they were amused by it. Like, yeah, she did good. Like, no, she didn't.
She was pretending to cut something. She's like,
it's like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah, it was really thrown off.
At that point right there, I'd be like, I don't think I want to see these people anymore during this vacation. Mm-hmm. It's like everything that they did was what you don't do if you go to another country, especially, meeting up with people that you don't know and leaving the resort after the people told you do not leave this resort because the country itself is just dangerous. They had barbed wire going around the resort. That would have been a sign right there for me to say, you know what? I'm going to stay inside here, Granted, I still wouldn't even want to be in there if they need barbed wire to keep whatever the hell is up there out of this resort.
I mean, his wife was like, okay, we just met these people and we're meeting up with them again.
Yeah.
And, they just rented a car.
Yeah, they borrowed a car, rented a car, whatever, and then they sneak out and they just go ride along in the countryside, and
they had a whole picnic and everything. And some other weird stuff happened. And
all I'm gonna say is, you just can't go use the bathroom, all outside or willy-nilly like that. You never know who might just creep up on you.
Well, I mean, I feel like he was asking for it because he was sitting there staring at, Gabby. James was staring at Gabby the whole time.
Yeah, he was. I guess she got the hit. And she just said, okay, I got you. You keep looking at me, I'm going to show you something. Let me catch you slipping. Yeah, but they were wild. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. And then on the way back to the resort, something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he hits this guy.
Local.
Yeah, this local with his car. The guy dies. That kind of ruins the whole event because everything seemed to be going all right, up until that point.
Yeah.
But, once that happened, that's when the movie starts.
Yeah, get in the car. We, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of it. Mm-hmm. And then the next morning, knock at the door.
Yeah. Well, I think Gabby was telling them that this country is real corrupt. And, you don't want to get arrested there because the things that they're going to do to you, is going to be real messed up. So they had an agreement, I guess, that nobody was going to say anything. They go back to their room and...
But then that's the thing. You trust in people that you just met yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, what Gabby and Albin did is the same shit I would have done. I'd have told them, look, y'all, don't even worry about it. Look, I ain't going to say nothing. Y'all not going to say nothing. It's going to be like it never happened. And the minute I got back to that hotel, I'm calling the police. Yeah, these people, man, they ran over somebody, bro. We was in the car with them. I told them to stop. They insisted that we kept going because I'm not about to get arrested in this country. I'm about to put all that shit on you.
That's messed up, man. That is so messed up.
You must have never seen Locked Up Abroad. The last thing that you want to do is get locked up in a foreign country. But anyway, they still get picked up by the police and then get taken over there to the station and everything.
Yeah, they separated them and, of course, kind of conned them into saying different things. I'm more than sure.
It was because the guy that was interviewing them, the car that they used belonged to his uncle. And that's why he told James, hey, look, just don't tell him, that the car that you used went to my uncle. And then James was like, well, what do I get out of this? What does this change for me? Oh, this don't change nothing for you. I just don't want...
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he don't want that guy to get in trouble.
Yeah, whatever. Because the consequences in this country are severe.
Yeah, you could just drop gum on the ground and get shot or something.
They put you to death for anything. Mm-hmm.
Anything.
I mean, shit, these people don't... So they give James an ultimatum. They tell him, look, for what you did... He has to basically get executed by that farmer's, because it was a farmer that he hit. He has to get executed by the farmer's firstborn son or something like that.
I just knew it was a child. That's all I knew.
In order to get out of that execution, they say, well, you can have a double get murdered or get executed instead of you. And he's like... What?
Yeah, I was confused too. I was like, what is happening?
Confused the shit out of me. Like, what? Y'all can do this?
Right. And you can do this in this type of country, this poor country.
In this poor country, you have the technology to create a whole clone.
But y'all can't do
for
that.
For the specific purpose of executing it whenever somebody commits a crime and has the money to afford it.
But y'all can't fix y'all country.
But y'all can't. Everybody over there, they were living in some type of poverty.
Yeah.
It
was pretty sad.
Well, corrupt government, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lord.
So, of course, James takes that option. He's still confused, but, anything, I guess, is better than execution in his mind at that point. So he goes along with it, and they take him over. And then another thing, before that happens, his wife ain't down like that, bro.
What you mean?
The first thing she did was told the police what happened.
No, I think that they said that she said those things just to make him say those
Man, she snitched on that dude, bro.
They didn't even show what she said.
I think that she snitched.
She didn't do it.
Yeah, she snitched.
She did. But maybe she did because she was kind of
because she was scared. She snitched on him. So James, he got to go do his thing. Got to go get his clone made. And the whole time you can just see it in his face that he's just like what the hell is going on? Yeah. They got James looking all kinds of messed up.
I think, and I felt like they put him in a straitjacket or something.
They put him in some scrubs. They had to take his clothes off. They put the little hairnet over his head and everything, and put that thing in his mouth. That showed all his teeth.
Yeah, it's from like one of those things you put in your mouth for those weird games, and you're trying to.
What?
I don't know if you've ever seen one of those weird games where you have to like put something in your mouth to try and get the person to understand what you're saying without your lips touching.
I thought they put something in his mouth that was like when you get a dental exam or something like that. But they
or that too.
Yeah, they had him looking crazy as shit. But they went ahead and they made that clone. And there was something about that scene right there. The part where the pool started to fill up with blood and the clone was being made in that instance. Like, when they were showing the weird little scene, it reminded me of another movie, Possessor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, come to find out that the person that made Possessor also made this movie.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Brandon Cronenberg.
Yeah, Cronenberg.
I was kind of shocked to find that out, too. Because we just watched that movie earlier this year. And it was actually a good movie. Very, I guess sci-fi horror twist to it and everything.
Yeah, because you could definitely see the similarities in those two scenes. Yeah. So that was the scene, where the clone was being made for him. And it's eerily similar to the scene from Possessor. Yeah, so when I saw that part, I was just like, I knew I recognized that from somewhere.
Just seeing that again, it's just like, man, what kind of imagination do these people
Those
have?
Cronenbergs, man.
That's just so weird to me. It's like a fever dream or something.
I don't know. But that's kind of like, what they go for. Him and his dad, David Cronenberg, kind of all, played with that sort of thing right there.
Yeah, I had no idea. But I do like that. Oh, I can't wait to see, anything else from them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to know what's the next thing he's going to come out with,
Yeah, but I mean, right after that scene, because I guess what he was trying to go for with like the scene when the guy was being executed.
Oh, when the clone was getting stabbed up.
Yeah.
I felt that shit.
Boy, that was horrible.
Yeah, like he was like, tearing his little stomach up. Like every single stab he did, I was like, ooh, shit. Like, man, that shit hurt me. I'm just like, the thing that gets me about it is that this little kid, when he did it, like the fact that he was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more sure if I was his age and they just came and got me, of course I would be mad. If that happened to my dad, but to execute somebody like that, I'd rather do it quick, maybe slit his throat or something. But no, he shanked his ass.
It had to be like 50 times. But I mean, it kind of reminded me of another director His name was Dario Ardagio. He made Tenebrae. Tenebrae is the name of it, and it's like it just reminds me of like Italian horror for some reason. Yeah, but I guess because they show everything and how red everything was with the blood, and I felt like red was the theme of this movie.
Oh, it definitely was.
And the same with him, he was known for different color schemes in his movies, especially the yellows and reds and everything like that. And they try to show the beauty and death, and it just seems like something that he would do.
Yeah, maybe he was inspired by him.
Yeah, I think he was inspired by him.
Well, after the execution that happens and everything, they just set James free. And he just goes back to his vacation. And he is completely, I guess, just out of it. Like what would you do? Like, how would you feel in that situation right there? It's like, you see a clone of yourself get stabbed up like that. It's pretty much like you're watching yourself get killed, And then, because, this clone is living, it just came out the blue, and the first moment of this clone's life is to be executed. That seems horrible.
I would have been just like his wife. His wife. She was like, "Let's get out of here. We got to go."
She was ready to go now, but James wanted to stay, and he hid his passport.
Yeah,
I'm like, James, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to stay in this place, man? It is time to go. It's time to go.
I also would have been questioning too, am I the clone?
Yeah, because they don't really show whether or not it was the clone that got killed or if it was actually James.
Right.
And I was thinking along the lines of, James was the one who committed the crime. Why not just make the clone, let the clone go live James' life? The clone ain't did shit, and then just execute James. That's what I thought that they were going to do. But it seems as though that was actually James. But it does kind of make you think,
It makes me think too, because they showed him stuck in that red stuff. And I was like, maybe that's the real James, and the clone is just probably fascinated with what it sees. It's living its first life.
Who knows?
So you just don't know.
Who knows? But once James gets back to the hotel and he doesn't want to leave, that's when he finds out who Albin and Gabby really are. Yeah. Because that's when everything starts to really start getting to those what the fuck did I just watch moments. Lord. Yeah, because James, and when he gets involved with them, because I think they were supposed to leave. He couldn't find his passport, right? Well, he said he couldn't find his passport, even though he hid it. And then I think he leaves to go do something, right?
Yeah,
what was he leaving to go do?
He went to the front desk to go and see about it, checking out, and he ended up extending his stay. And he saw...
For like a whole week or something like that, right?
Another week.
Yeah.
And he saw Gabby, and she invited him to dinner or something like that later that night. So, he went off with them, and they had they introduced him to their other associates there, their colleagues or whatever. And
those colleagues, they all got something in common.
Yep.
They all got something in common. They were rich people who had also had clones made to be executed instead of them. And they did what I believe that rich people like them would do.
What?
They can go to a country and do whatever they want and suffer no consequences for it.
Yeah. That's true.
And the consequence in this country for whatever you do is death, basically.
It seems like it.
Yeah. And I'm guessing they make it that way because, if you got money, you're going to pay that money so you don't get executed, especially in the horrific ways they do it there.
I don't even know how much. How much did it cost?
They never said, but I'm more than sure it cost
they had a shitload of money at the cloning place for them to get the money.
They did, and apparently this ATM isn't there supposed to be like a limit on how much you can take out a day from the ATM? Whatever, he was able to pull that money out and get that clone made.
Yeah,
they had that over there. I guess that's how you make bail in this country. Get that clone made. Wow. But yeah, so these people, they have formed this little group that they go to this country every single year and they just wreak havoc in the hotel, the resort, around the country. They do whatever they want. Yep. They get caught by the local law enforcement. They pay their money, get their clones made, and have the clones killed. They meet every year, so who knows how many times they've had these clones made.
You could only tell by the they give you an urn with your clone.
Yeah, every time the clone gets, James had 4-5 of those urns, before he left over there.
Yep.
You can imagine how many the other people had.
Yeah, and that was just wild, man.
Mm-hmm. And the shit that they were doing. They was tormenting the staff. I don't know what the hell happened, but they broke into some house.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because they stole those masks.
They wanted to go and steal a mask, and then they held some people hostage.
Yeah,
in the house.
They did something to James right there too, because they made it seem as though they kidnapped the guy that I think arrested James and interrogated him, and then James started beating the dude up, and then he finds out that was a clone. That was his clone. He was beating the shit out of his clone.
That's when James realized that he messed up. Hanging with these people.
That's when he realized that he messed up, and James tried to get away, but they wasn't having that. Yeah, they wasn't gonna let James go, But the one thing about them people is they didn't give a shit about none of the consequences so much to where every single time that they got arrested, it was just like,
yeah, it was like whatever.
It's like whatever, I got money, I can get out of this. I would have still been scared because I would have thought that maybe this country getting tired of me. But I guess when that money...
that was their main source of income.
That was their main source of income. I still don't understand how this country got the technology to make clones, but yet it's still
maybe they kidnapped the scientist or something. I don't know.
Who knows? But all in all, the movie is definitely like a what the fuck movie, but it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. And your girl was the ringleader. So
oh yeah, she was wild. She was the wildest one.
Yeah.
I think out the group.
Mm-hmm.
And James, he ends up having to beat his clone to death to break free from all that. But even after all that, he still doesn't leave.
No, he still don't leave.
He still don't leave. I don't know. And the thing about it is, though, James wasn't the one with the money. His wife was.
Yeah. I was kind of confused by that at the end. I thought he left and maybe was sitting at the airport.
He was on his way out. He was going to leave, but he changed his mind. Because remember, the resort was getting ready to close for rainy season, monsoon season, or whatever. And he stayed during that. I don't know if he stayed because he wanted to get washed away by the damn monsoon or whatever. Or maybe he just couldn't go home after, what happened to him. I'm pretty sure that was pretty traumatizing.
Well, I'm more than sure his wife didn't want to deal with him either. He probably figured.
And that's the thing. If I was him, I'd have went my ass back home because his wife got all the money. Now he gonna go over there and fuck around and start doing some old shit. He gonna check that bank account and he ain't gonna have no dollars in there, and then he gonna get executed instead of the damn clone.
Wow.
So James should have went his ass home.
He should have went home a long time ago.
Oh, a long time. He should have went home the minute he saw them damn barbed wires on top of that resort.
Okay.
But all in all, to me, the movie was good.
It was really good.
I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I think it's definitely worth a watch. Mm-hmm. So what you think about it?
Yeah, Yeah, I would definitely give it a good. You should definitely check it out. It's a really good. I think it's a really good mind bender. Yeah, some good imagery in it too.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. There was really no part of this movie where I was bored.
No, I wasn't either.
It had my attention the whole time, and my what the fuck meter was on, like, was on full.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, that's our review on Infinity Pool. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you have any movies that you want us to watch and review, drop it in the comment section, and the next review that we do could be for you. So until next time, y'all, peace.
Bye.